one isn't from the Am I the A-hole? This is from r/advice, where people will write in just to get advice from other people.
Okay.
So, title of this story: Had an affair and lost my wife. Need advice on how to get my family back.
Ooh.
So let's see what this fella's story is. I'm a 36-year-old male who was married to my wife M, 32 female, for the last 7 years together, for 5 before that. She and I have 3 kids together, 8 male, 4 male and 2-month-old girl. Oh, wow. About a year ago, I started having a relationship with a girl at my work, Mel, 23 female.
Oh. Sounds midlife crisis at this
does,
point.
Doesn't it? So it's gone for the younger model. Mel was a lot of fun to be around. Well, yeah, she's a 23-year-old girl.
With no responsibilities,
No responsibilities,
presumably.
yeah. She was a lot of fun to be around and always made me feel good when I was around her. Stroking the ego.
Yeah.
It was stupid, but I started the affair because she always complimented me and laughed at my jokes, and I found her attractive. We started seeing each other regularly, and I started making up frequent business trips so I could sleep at her place or go on small trips together. This went on for about 8 months before my wife M confronted me. She'd seen the text pop up on my MacBook when she was using it to book our yearly family trip, and asked me about it as soon as I came home. I tried to brush it off saying it's spam, but she didn't believe me. Obviously.
And at this point, the best thing you could do is
Just
be honest.
Yeah. I ended up admitting everything, telling her she isn't the person I married anymore. She never makes me feel good or laughs at my jokes the way Mel does. Oh, the comparison. That's just going to make her feel wonderful.
Yeah.
She handled everything with grace. She didn't cry or yell. I'm losing my voice. She didn't cry or yell, but just said she thinks it best if I moved out. I was a little shocked by this. I thought there would at least be a discussion. But I agreed. I agreed, as I wanted to be with Mel. Go on then. Off you pop.
Yeah.
It's been about 4 months since that night. I now live in a small apartment with Mel and only get to see my kids once a week. Mel has absolutely no interest in the kids and will leave for the day to her best friend's house every time to avoid the kids. Well, yeah, because she's 23.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be a stepmom to 3 kids.
No.
Mel is very messy, leaving all her stuff everywhere all the time, and she never cleans or cooks.
Ah.
Now he's realising what
Yeah.
his wife did.
The grass is not greener.
Yeah.
And actually, I think, as a woman, I don't think I could come back from that, really. 8 months, and he's still living with this
Yeah, he's
Mel.
with her. He's been
You're
living with her
not
for 4
going to
months.
get your wife back as long as you're with Mel. You need to realise that you've made a mistake and move out and get your own place, really.
Before you can even think about asking her back.
And it's going to be a long time because trust has been broken on a very, very deep level.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think what's happened is obviously he said 8-month-old, didn't he? If this happened...
2-month-old.
Oh, a 2-month-old.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he was already having the affair while his wife was
and
pregnant.
this happens a lot, I think, in relationships, because this isn't a criticism of men, so please don't, but they generally feel quite left out. When a woman has a baby,
They need the attention. because
the baby
it
gets
takes priority.
everything. And
Yeah.
of course, the woman's already going to feel incredibly divided because she's got older children.
Yeah.
So any spare time that she hasn't got for the baby, well, she'll need to cook and clean and tidy up, and also spend time with her older children. So, but I could bet my bottom dollar that she put herself at the bottom of the list. The man was probably there, then the kids.
The kids were at
and
the
that
top,
is,
yeah.
But the man wasn't happy with that, and actually the right thing to do at that point, I think, is have a conversation with your partner.
Yeah.
Speak to your wife and tell her. I mean, it's too late now, obviously, but at that point he should have spoken to his wife
Communication.
and said, I'm feeling really pushed out. And even if they made like half an hour a day just for each other, if that was,
Set time aside for a date night.
Yeah, and that would be a perfect window for the woman to say, I need you to help more.
Yeah.
But we don't say, I've got my hands so full, I need a bit more help. And the men don't say, you've got your hands so full, I'm running away.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think there's
more. There's more.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
read on.
So, yeah, she's messy. She never cleans or cooks. She's also constantly drinking or smoking weed and always going out to clubs with her friends. We've been arguing about this pretty regularly, and all our arguments end in screaming matches. My wife and I never argued like this, never screamed at each other. Mel makes just above minimum wage, so I have to pay for everything by myself now. My wife is a nurse practitioner making well over 6 figures, and I pay her $2,500 every month in child support as was ordered by the court. I can't save any money now, whereas we lived extremely comfortably on our 2 salary income and had a hefty savings and retirement fund. I lost all of that in the divorce. Diddums. In hindsight, I can see my wife was exhausted because she did everything for everyone. Now he's realising.
Yeah.
She worked full time. She always got the kids ready and took them to school/daycare, packed lunches for everyone, including me, cleaned, did homework with our 8-year-old, made dinner and cleaned that up, did everyone's laundry, etc. The list goes on and on. She is superwoman, and I regret I didn't see that. I miss our sex life. It was incredible, and I crave that intimacy, whereas with Mel, it's like a dead fish. No connection or intimacy. Now that I'm doing 100% of everything by myself while working full-time, I get it. I get why my wife didn't always have energy for everything I wanted to do. I just want everything back how it was. How can I approach this with my wife? How can I show her I'm a changed man who only cares about his family? And yes, I know I'm an a-hole. That's not why I'm here.
Right, okay, well,
Okay.
At this point, I want to say, are you a changed man? Because you're still living with Mel. That is not,
And also-
in my mind, you've realised that you're not happy with Mel.
Mm-hmm.
Leave.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might be a changed man domestically in terms of having to do everything and pay the bills, but, you know, you make an emotional commitment to somebody and that's been broken.
Yeah. I don't think he is a changed man.
I don't think so
I
at all.
think he's just realised how good he had it.
Yeah, and wants that back.
And wants it back. It's all very me in that post.
And to be honest with you, I don't think you stand a chance really of getting your wife back unless she really, 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 really still loves you.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it must be a lot easier not having that extra person to look after.
Well, yeah, she was doing everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Everything.
Yeah.
Wow. And making 6 figures.
Yeah.
She is superwoman.
She's a saint. She should be knighted.
Let's go to the comments. Okay, first one. It doesn't sound like you actually miss your ex-wife and kids, or that you have changed. It sounds more like you miss the comfort and stability of having a wife looking after you in your home. It also sounds like your ex-wife was basically a single mother before you had your affair.
Yes.
Yeah, you might have been living under the same roof, but you were not a productive or active member of the family. If your ex-wife has any sense, then you will not be getting your old family back ever. If you're also unhappy with your affair partner, then maybe you should go your separate ways and learn to be a better person and concentrate on being a father to your children.
Yes, I like that. Woohoo!
Well
Yeah,
done,
yeah.
reckless reader. Someone else says, your wife had to birth your child with the knowledge that you'd been cheating on her for months. You suck. Go to therapy and leave her alone. She deserves better. Takes a lowly type of man to cheat on the woman carrying his child.
Yeah.
And your 3rd child at that.
Yeah, of course she would have been pregnant.
She was pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't do the maths on that one.
Yeah, because he said they'd been having an affair for 8 months.
Yeah.
The baby was only 2 months old.
Yeah.
God, blimey, what a scumbag.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
That's unforgivable, I think, really. Like, as the woman, I wouldn't.
Yeah, and someone's replied to that saying, and this is why the wife did not argue with him and told him to leave.
Yeah.
She's probably much happier being a single mum. Yeah. Yeah.
So he felt neglected. He didn't stop ever to think what his wife might be feeling. absolute exhaustion.
No. And it doesn't look like he's replied to a single comment.
No.
So at least he's not trying to justify himself.
Well, no, he said at the end, I know I'm an a-hole.
He knows he's the a-hole, yeah. Oh, wow. My wife did everything for me, and in return I slept with my younger co-worker, put my wife down for my mistress, and moved in with my college-aged side piece. Now I have to deal with my side piece turned girlfriend's immaturity and find myself as the adult feeling more like her dad. The sex with the younger woman is also not as exciting as before, obviously, because now it's the real world.
Yeah.
So this new relationship is invalidating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Gosh. Do you know what, though? If he can move out, leave Mel, just leave her, because clearly that relationship is not going anywhere.
It's not.
It's not
It's
going
just,
anywhere, And he's like 12 years older than her as well. So, yeah. Leave her to go clubbing with her mates, and smoke her weed and stuff.
Yeah.
And he needs to move out, find his own place. And the judge will probably lower the amount of child support he has to pay then, because he's having to
And actually,
pay
he'd
for his own
probably
place.
be able to see his children more.
Yeah, he
because I
would.
gather he's probably limiting that because of Mel,
Yeah, perhaps.
because she always
Or it might be
disappears.
court order as to how often he can see them.
Well, I mean, the wife doesn't sound like an unreasonable woman in any way.
Well, no,
shape,
he would
or
have mentioned
form.
it, wouldn't he? I'm
Yeah.
sure.
So I do feel that perhaps, and it's a really attractive quality in a man to be a good father.
Yeah, it is.
It really attracts. So I think he should focus on that. I think that's really, really good, that point.
Yeah, move out, sort yourself out, get into
That's what I was
therapy
doing, yeah.
to try and figure out why you are the way you are, and then sit down with your ex-wife.
I mean, there might not be anything fundamentally wrong with him. I think he just needed someone to massage his ego.
But he needs coping mechanisms then, because there's going to be times when your partner can't give you the full attention that you crave, and you need to learn how to get on with things.
Yeah. I think that's just a lack of communication, though. If
it is.
him and his wife were able to talk to each other.
But then, there is a chance that she might take him back in the future if he can sort himself out. And be a good dad. And the fact that he's now said that he sees what his wife was doing for him and he appreciates it now.
It's been an eye-opener.
It has been an eye-opener for him. So credit where credit's due. He's still an arse.
He's definitely acknowledged.
He's acknowledged his mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he definitely
Publicly.
he needs to leave that relationship before
absolutely.
anything else. He can't expect his wife to even conceive of reconciliation while he's living with the other woman.
No, but that's what I said. There's no way on this planet.
Yeah, so that's the first step.
He needs to stand on his own 2 feet.
He does. And then have a conversation. But my goodness.
Good luck, mate.
Good luck. Yes, best of luck to you, sir.